Hello and welcome to another video. It's been 2 days that I uploaded my reaction video and I am here again with another video. Consistency finally. In this video we are going to be creating trees. Now what do I mean by that? So I had this opportunity to work on this small animated video for this NGO called Swapnavana Foundation. They work for the reforestation of our environment and they have been doing this work since the last year. So I had this opportunity where I had to work on this small animated clip out of pictures that they provided. So they gave me around 12 pictures and I had to make one animated clip out of it. Now I don't use After Effects and I use only Premiere Pro and Photoshop. So let me show you those 12 pictures by which I made the animated clip. This is the first slide and you can see there is some text, there are some trees, there's a background, there's a logo and everything. This is the second one, third one, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and there are many more such slides. There are around 12 slides. So the last slides are like these. Okay, so what I did was I created each and every graphic in Photoshop. Now yes, this is a very long way and a very tedious way to make one animated clip, but I guess this is the same thing that we do in Illustrator and After Effects. So what do I mean by this is that using pictures you can also create an animated clip in Premiere Pro itself. So let me show you this. So if you can see here, there are groups. Okay, so if I just make these invisible. Okay, this group, now these groups are named as 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 and then 5, 6, 7. This is because slides 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 have some common graphics and fifth has one individual standalone graphic, and slide 6 and 7 have some common graphics again. After the 8th slide there are those these slides. Let's make this place green again and hashtags and join the movement, etc. So those slides I really didn't have to make a graphic because they are just pictures and I can just use them directly. Here if you see, I have created each and every graphic. So if I just click on this, you can see that I actually created a leaves wala graphic, and then I created the branch graphic. There's also a grass graphic. So all these graphics are created. So what I did was there are 12 slides, right? So effectively there are 8 slides which are distinct from each other. So I had these backgrounds that I made first, and then this is the main PSD file that consists of all the slides together. So using Photoshop I created each and every slide. These are the backgrounds, if you can see. These are the graphics for the 5th slide. And so in Premiere Pro I just used transition and just created them, created the animation. Now this took some while, and the way I did this was I used the pen tool and just picking the color up from the image and just dropping that color there, and that's how all these graphics are created. So it was that way an easy thing to do. I was very interested to see the timeline in Premiere Pro. So I guess you understood this simple way of creating these graphics using Photoshop. So let's get into the Premiere Pro side of it. It's time to see the most magnificent timeline of all time. I'm just kidding. I'm just happy that I could see this whole big timeline. I'll just show you. Alright, here we are in Premiere Pro and this is the timeline. Now I'll just show you the actual timeline. So This is the whole video. It's around 40 seconds ish video, 41 seconds, and this is the whole video. Now there's this thing in Photoshop, as I made groups, right? So let's say in the slide, in fifth slide, there is this vector graphic of grass, and I name it as grass, and there's the similar vector graphic in some other slide, let's say the sixth slide, which is in a different group, but both of the graphics are named as grass. Even though they are different graphics, still the name is the same. So when you import, as I'll show you that I imported the Photoshop file, obviously. What Premiere Pro does is, when you import all those layers, it takes only the first layer of the similar name, even if it's in a different group. So Premiere Pro doesn't really interpret groups in groups of Photoshop. So it just sees individual layers. So all these layers are individual layers. If you can see, there are 58 items. So these are all the layers that I imported, and I had to place each and every one. And if you see, I animated them. Now I'll show you the animation that I did. So the way I wanted this to happen was that I wanted the grass to come up first, then the trees, like first the branches, then the leaves and all that. So if you can see, this is the animation here. Let's go on to one graphic and just see how is this done. So this is the branch graphic of this particular tree. Now you can see that it comes up, okay, but there's this fade in kind of thing. So I used the position feature, the scale feature, and the opacity. So I used keyframes to animate these. Similar goes with leaves and each and everything. Okay, one by one, they just come in. Then the text also comes in. I just cut out the text using the marquee tool. Then there's this transition also in between. If you can see this. Because it's the same location, it's just a gradual fade out and fade in. So it's like, see that? So it's quite smooth. Even the grass changes. So it's quite smooth. So I had to visualize each and every frame and how the animation rolls out in the end. And it's been a nice experience to do this, and I was very happy to do this, because it's for me, it's like fascinating, because using only 12 pictures, you actually make one animated clip out of it in Premiere Pro and not in After Effects. So it's motion design in Premiere Pro effectively. By the way, if you want to watch the exported video, the final product of this whole video, then you can watch it live on Swapnavana's channel. The link is in the description below. Go subscribe them, go follow them on Instagram, and they're doing really a great job. So you can also join the movement. You just need to be updated on Instagram with their works. So yeah, do the needful, subscribe to this channel. I make many other kinds of videos also. So yeah, that's all. See you in the next one.